Well, it's time.
This is where the fun begins.
There's 4 types of people that watch Boruto. You either A, think it's dog shit, B, thinks it's the greatest piece of fiction ever and makes Shakespeare look like an illiterate child, C, watch for Naruto and Sasuke, or D, you don't give a flying beep bop boop about it. Boruto has to be one of the most controversial pieces of media out right now. And seriously, the fandom is like a small rowdy group that no matter how much you quiet them down, they still want to be noticed and get a little bit of attention, like the child that was completely disregarded growing up. Now, give them a break though. Time and time again, sequels are far worse than the originals. Star Wars, sequels, prequels, whatever you classified it, was terrible. Whatever that Indiana Jones movie no one cared about was terrible. The Fantastic Beasts is literally an identity crisis personality disorder mess. Now though, Puss in Boots though, you were perfect, my friend. Absolutely perfect. Oh yeah, by the way, in this video, the Boruto anime is dog shit established, let's get that out of the way. And Boruto fans will often allow that to slide because the anime has flaws. Like a lot of flaws. Like a lot of flaws. And also a lot of filler. Like so much filler. Like why do you have that much filler? Is it even really a show at that point? I've been reading the manga since its inception, so I know both perspectives. So let's put on this detective hat and let's figure out if it's really that bad. So Boruto starts off as an idiot kid who hates his dad. Wait, what? That's not the start? Okay, it starts off with a Sarada prequel with an inverse Cyclops Sharingan guy? Okay, so long story short, with that, Sasuke is a deadbeat who didn't recognize his own daughter, and that's the only thing that really matters from that. The real beginning is this flash forward of Boruto and this other guy, and Boruto has a blue eye and RGB tattoos glowing up his wrists, and he has a cut on his eye, and he's wearing Sasuke's clothes? This is gas! Oh wait, now we're back. God damn, maybe it is the greatest thing ever, because you need a PhD to understand this shit. It actually starts, and the entirety of Boruto is supposed to be a retelling from older Boruto, explaining that he's a sulking brat who wants his dad's attention. Now this is actually kind of important, because it tells us a little bit of where he is now and where he's going to be. So in defense of Boruto being annoying and entitled, that is kind of the point. Konoha is in a new era where people aren't focused on combat and killing kids and taming huge monsters, but instead, not everyone is a ninja, and things like science and innovations are more of a focus, which actually kind of makes sense, except the fact that Naruto, while having a computer, still has a huge pile of paper on his desk, which just doesn't make sense. So the story tries to convince you that Naruto is also a deadbeat, but it also doesn't make sense because the man can literally make over 100 clones on his first attempt of the jutsu, and why would you want to portray him in this light anyways? This is just like when Luke Skywalker was portrayed as a grumpy old grandpa in those piece of shit Disney movies. Still can't believe he never fought Kylo Ren. To be honest with you, the first arc is very good. Boruto gives in to temptation to win the Chunin exams. Naruto defends the village against Momoshiki and completely absorbs his attack. Sasuke gets Boruto and teaches him what it really means to be a ninja. And unironically, one of the best animated scenes ever versus Momoshiki. This is peak Naruto content and a perfect example of what's to come, especially considering Momoshiki says mad dramatically, also, if you're enjoying the video thus far, subscribe, leave a like, and let's get back into this investigation. Then you move into the introduction of the new Akatsuki, and they're called the Kara, and honestly, come on now, is this really a slight? Everyone's doing these villain organizations, One Piece creates a new one every arc, but they're still not great, but Owl was cool, because he was an old character suffering from guilt and wanted one last go at beating up little kids. And he's also suffering from guilt of being the only one to survive the war from the headquarters. And a lot of these characters are one-dimensional and really underdeveloped, but Al was cool, and a lot of the more important people are not as developed as he was. But then we get to Kawaki. Also, ironically about Kawaki, his introduction episode was also one of the best animated episodes ever, and to be the Sasuke of the series whilst having a somehow just as messed up past as Sasuke, and a absolutely sick character design in a show that had all these kiddie character designs who had all a great life, and then there's Kawaki. Now, Kawaki in the anime got done really dirty with some of the fillers, but Kawaki added this great flavor to the show. From this point forward, Boruto is out and Kawaki is in, because this guy is the main character. For a bit, his bond with Naruto really makes you think that Naruto hates Boruto because of how great of a relationship he actually has with Kawaki. Naruto literally perpetually uses his chakra to give him an arm, as Kawaki is untrusting at everyone because when he was a child, he was sold off by his biological father to a guy named Jigen, whose body was an alien, and he wanted Kawaki so he can make his body strong enough so he could upload his code and take over his body. And therein lies the issue. Boruto leans so heavily into the science, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? All of these characters are robots and OP to the point where adult Naruto is struggling with Dota. For example, for how quick this should be, imagine if adult Naruto struggled with Data. He would beat Data in like 8 seconds, right? But nah though. Herein lies another issue, and that's the fact that they felt the forced need to level up these fights because they're like, we fought Big Rabbit Alien and the Naruto, so what's crazier than that? Dripped out alien with a robot army that has no emotion whatsoever. That leads me to another issue of disrespecting the past generation, and they get really disrespected. Like, what the fuck, man? I can go on for a whole video about something like this, but long story short, the show is called Boruto, so these characters are at the forefront, so draw all the conclusions from that you need to. Jesus Christ, kind of Hamaru, man, what are you doing? Like, what? What's going on, man? Are you okay? I'm gonna set the stage for you really quick. Big showdown. Naruto and Sasuke are about to fight Alien Man. He's trying to take his kids, and they're finally away from the village, so they can go all out, and you better believe this is about to be hype. Nah, they get the shit beat out of them like a bully stealing their lunch money. Oh yeah, Naruto also gets trapped in a clamshell, and Sasuke runs away, and it's revealed that the alien they fought is actually a significantly weaker version of himself, and it's not even his real body. So honestly, the point isn't to run through the entire Boruto story, because I feel like the roadmap should be understood, but some highlights are of course Naruto Baryon mode, Sasuke loses Rinnegan, Boroshiki's the strongest character in the series, so Kawaki stabs him to kill Momoshiki, and they're back to killing kids, let's go. And then Boruto's back because he's the name of the series, so you can't kill him. And also Momoshiki's back for some reason too, because lucky for him, he uploaded 85% of his code. And speaking of code is irrelevant and doesn't deserve to be talked about further. And Ada is an all-seeing robot that is a plot device that can do whatever they need her to do for the story. This may seem really bad, but you have to remember that Kawaki and Naruto's connections that we were talking about, now whatever you thinking of their relationship and how much Kawaki likes Naruto, now multiply it by 1,000. Now this may seem joking, but Naruto pulled this kid from the depths below hell and taught him what it means to live. So the issue lies in the fact that Boroshiki is still a threat, and without Kurama, Naruto doesn't stand a chance of defending himself. So Kawaki's solution is to tell Naruto that they gotta kill Boruto, which proceeds to him getting bitch slapped by Hinata, and then Kawaki gets pissed and locks the two of them away. Well, everyone thinks he just killed Naruto, and he's setting out to kill Boruto, and you're thinking, wow, Kawaki is really screwed here. We're about to get the big bad showdown, Sasuke retrieval, Naruto vs Sasuke. Remember that plot device Ada I was talking about? She bullshits her way to swap the memories of everyone in the whole world except Sarada and Sumire that Boruto is Kawaki and Kawaki is Boruto. You heard me right. Boruto is Kawaki and Kawaki is Boruto. That is actually so unbelievably sick because everything from the opening comes together in this moment because Boruto had it all and now he's lost everything. And therein lies the true story of Boruto. Naruto is a child who had nothing and gained everything, and Boruto is the opposite. This moment hits harder too because Boruto and Kawaki have a genuinely organic brotherly relationship, but you see Kawaki descend into chaos trying to protect his one true father. So throughout all the android alien BS, part 2 of Boruto is really about whether you want to watch a story about Boruto who has lost everything and is trying to bring his father back whilst fighting fate itself, and the rest of the world hunts him and tries to kill him. You may be wondering why I never mentioned Amado's plan. All in all though, Boruto is a story that has some highs and low lows and has finally found its footing on what type of series it is, and may not pay homage to the past in the best of ways, but at the same time delivers hype, huge plot twists, and great fights, and overall, it's not bad. 7 out of 10.